Well, if you are all ballooned out and you want to see some movies this weekend, we have our movie guru Devin D. O'Leary here from the Weekly Alibi. Okay, so let's talk movies.
Yes.
The first one we're going to talk is Dracula Untold.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
My father was a great man. A hero, so they say. Sometimes the world doesn't need another hero.
Universal Studios has kind of decided that it's time to reboot all their classic monster movies. You know, Dracula,
Cool.
Frankenstein, the Wolfman, all that kind of stuff. So they're starting off with their chief bloodsucker.
So this is the first one.
This is the first one.
Okay.
They want to do kind of like the Marvel movies do. They want to do big individual films and then kind of get all the monsters together, which sounds awesome.
I love it. Okay.
But we got to start out here. The idea is they've decided to give Dracula an origin story. So they've gone back in time and answered a question that we weren't really asking all that hard. Like, where did Dracula come from?
Yeah.
We don't want any of that flying around and sucking blood and vampire stuff. We just want to find out what he was like as a normal dude.
Okay.
It's not the greatest idea. It's just basically a medieval war story. It's a little bit like 300 or Lord of the
So
Rings.
is it kind of like, not historic obviously,
Yeah.
but in a way, sort of.
In a way, it goes back in time, and there's just lots and lots of big battle scenes. And the idea is he becomes Dracula in order to fight off this giant invading army. But mostly, it's a lot of giant battle scenes. So it's a little bit more of that, a little bit more of an action type of movie, which works fairly well. But it's a different kind of movie.
Okay.
Not quite Dracula yet.
Okay, all right. Well, the next we're going to talk about is called The Judge. Let's take a look.
Biggest mistake of your career and you just happened to run him over?
Forensics found traces of blood on your dad's car.
I sat on the bench in that courtroom for 42 years.
This was an accident, period.
We need to establish a firm defense.
There's no we here, Henry. I wish I liked you more.
So Robert Downey Jr. is not Iron Man in this one.
No,
Okay.
he's moved on.
Okay.
He plays a big city lawyer who goes back to his little hometown and hooks up with his estranged father, who's Robert Duvall, another great actor.
Okay.
And his father, who's a judge in the town, has been accused of murder, and so he's got to go to court and defend him. He hasn't been home, hasn't seen his father in years.
Kind of
they don't get along.
nostalgic and
Exactly.
Okay.
I think it's trying to be one of those John Grisham type of legal thrillers.
Okay.
The script isn't quite up to that level. It deals with a lot of cliche, but you've got Robert Downey Jr., Robert Duvall, two great actors who are chewing up as much
Couple of
scenery as they
Roberts.
can. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I like that one. Okay, so next we're going to talk a good one for kids, probably. Alexander, I got to read it. And The Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Let's take a look.
Anthony, I feel like no one understands me.
Come on, you're amazing.
You think I'm amazing?
Don't get me started on that cute little butt of yours.
What?
What?
You're so annoying.
Why can't you just chill out?
Are you kidding?
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, this is based on a pretty well-known kids book from the very early 70s about a kid who just has a terrible day. The original book is about 20 pages long, so they had to expand
They had
quite
to
a
add
bit.
a lot. Okay.
The idea is this kid, Alexander, just always has terrible luck. He always just has a terrible day. And one day he makes a wish that his family could understand what it's like to be him. And so suddenly he starts having a wonderful day, and his family has a terrible day. Including
What
his,
a terrible, terrible family man there.
including his parents, Steve Carell and Jennifer Garner. It's basically just a string of sort of slapstick incidents that happen to these people all day long. It's quite funny, but the film manages to have a nice little emotional heart to it about family, about togetherness, about kind
Through
of
the bad
overcoming. Yeah,
times.
exactly. It's a nicely done film. It's got a very nice cast, and I think definitely as a family film, it's one of your best bets this weekend.
It's a good one to go with your family.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Weekly Alibi. Where can people pick one up?
They can pick up all over town. We've got like 2,000 locations.
Okay.
Up and down Central.
Whoa, were we
all
talking
through-
restaurants in this one?
Yes, this is our annual restaurant poll. So if you're in
Okay.
town looking for food, obviously if you're in town for the Balloon Fiesta,
Or if
this
you're
is-
just looking for food every single day of your life?
we ask our readers every year what their favorites are, and this covers every type of cuisine, your favorite
great.
atmosphere, your
Is that
favorite
how you
wait
break
staff.
it down?
Yeah, there's probably like 70 categories in here of different things, and we just have a lot of fun with the categories.
Okay.
And then we ask a lot of local celebrities, our poet laureate for Albuquerque,
Yeah,
what their favorite places to go hang out at are, and so this gives you the rundown of all. It's all driven by our readers. It's not editorial. It's all our readers voted
great.
online and told us what they
So
thought
it's
was
not
the best.
it's not you guys being biased about it.
No.
It's for real. These are the real
No.
answers from readers. Man, I like it. Okay, so where can we pick one up?
Pick them up anywhere in Nob Hill,
Okay.
anywhere in Midtown. We've got about 2,000 locations, and we have boxes all over the streets. You can pick them up at Frontier Restaurant is one of our biggest locations.
Okay, great.
And that's one of the big winners here. So.
All right. Well, if you want any information on the movies coming out or on the Weekly Alibi, just head to Casa.com and click on the Style tab. For now, we're going to send